All right, so we're going to take a break a little bit from the story in order to build a couple more heroes in the create a character thing here. So we've got Mr. Hyde, and he's been running around since Central Park. And we also have the Mindless One, and this was a random team that was given to me. All right, so we're going to move into Custom Character C, which is going to start out looking like Hawkeye. But we're going to change his face into the Tony Stark face. Now, this actually gives the character that you do this to all the powers of Iron Man. So, if you watched the Lego Marvel Superhero playthrough, you might understand what's about to happen here. So, we've got Tony Stark's head, but we can recolor it, so we can make this character Black Tony Stark. And we're going to give him the Iron Patriot's body in order to have the right color scheme. Make sure we've got the right color arms. The liquid blue arms are probably too light. The earth blue arms are probably where we want to be. And in fact, later I'm going to make a change to this character. Alright, so there's some red gloves for him, and so we're getting a hero that looks a lot like Rhodey, and is going to play a lot like Rhodey, but he's not going to have the gun attached to his back. Instead, we're going to give our version of the Iron Patriot a different version of a patriotic weapon to use. And that's going to be Captain America's shield, so that we have a character with all the Iron Man abilities, but also with Captain America's shield. So if we did it like this, then you might be able to recognize it as the Iron Yankee. But since we can use the Iron Patriot helmet, and it matches better with the outfit anyway, we're going to go ahead and do that. So what we have here with the new Iron Yankee is a character who can use Tony Stark's abilities, so he can, so he's a mechanic. We also have a character who, can fly around, use laser repulsors to do the dirty work that we need done. And we also have a character who can kill things with Captain America's shield and activate Captain America's shield switches. So he's a combination of the Iron Man skill set and the Captain America skill set. And although this is consider this the Iron Yankee Mark I, this is not the last version of the Iron Yankee that we're going to settle for here. So here's Iron Yankee's, some of Iron Yankee's powers. You can see he's got the Captain America animation for landing, which would be a little annoying, I guess. He can throw the shield. He can use his laser, although we're too close to the wall, so it's not really registering. Now so you get the basic idea here. The only change between the Iron Yankee you're going to see in early shots and the Iron Yankee that we're going to see in later shots is I'm going to change his arms out for the arms of America Chavez, one of the Young Avengers. So that'll give it a little bit more unique feel. It won't look entirely like I just took an Iron Patriot suit and stuck a shield on it. All right, but now we're going to create a second hero, and this is this time we're going to create a hero, maybe not terribly useful, but can show you some of the things you can do with the Creator engine. So we're just looking for a face right now. You know, we don't want a villainous face. We're not building a female character yet. I will build some female characters at some point. I don't know if that footage survived such that you'll see anything more than when the female characters just show up. All right, so we're messing around. I don't really need the mustache fan draw. If I give him Quicksilver's head, it'll give him Quicksilver's powers. I don't really want to do that. I don't know why She-Hulk's head and the Wasp's head are options available to me at this point, because I've not yet unlocked their characters. All right, so we've got the little Ares helmet here, which is supposed to be a takeoff on a Greek hoplite helmet. So yes, we are creating a hoplite-ish character. Thought about maybe making him a little darker. The problem with that is when I ran into doing arms for him. All right, so we're going to go down to Volstagg here, who has something of a breastplate on his torso body. You know, otherwise, not all of these things are going to make sense for an ancient warrior other than the Asgardian kind of clothes. So I'm just sort of looking around, I guess. I don't want to use Ares' front, because if we use Ares' front, even though it's not Ares' head, then our character is just going to look a lot like Ares. So I'm basically looking for an alternative to the Asgardian body stuff. And I'm really not finding it. So we're just going to go down and grab Volstagg's front here. After one last look at Fandral, who looks like he has some sort of jacket, which is not what we're going for. All right, so there's Volstagg armor plate in the front. Now is the chest. So now a Greek hoplite would ordinarily wear maybe very little between his armor and his body in order to keep weight down. But I am going to add these Maria Hill arms. Because it gives the impression of a shirt or a tunic, since it's shorter. The problem with that is the Maria Hill arms are going to be white or light colored, while our face was medium nougat to try to get a more Mediterranean look. So we're going to have to make him a little bit lighter than my original intentions. All right, we don't have to do anything to the hands because we're not going to give him gloves or anything. Note that right now we haven't given him any real superpowers to speak of. We didn't give him a head that we gave him Steve Rogers' head, which didn't really do anything for what we were trying to do. Right, looking at legs, probably going to default back to Ares' legs because Ares is wearing greaves on his shins. Okay, that's kind of a Greek feature. We might as well take advantage of it if we've got it. And so this is basically what our sort of more ancient character is going to look like. And then what I would like to do is actually give him the spear that Shuri carries from the Black Panther DLC pack. We can't really do that, and the only sword that really serves the purpose is Heimdall's sword. So this is our warrior character here. And his powers are the powers of Heimdall, which means basically he can do sword combos and spin around and hit enemies. So not the most useful character as far as running around in free play, but that's not really his point. So I'm considering different arms and just going the full arms there, or maybe the Steve Rogers arms, so again you at least get the impression of some sort of undershirt, and at least those match the plume on top of the helmet. And then all we need to do is name our character after a historical Greek character. In this case, we are going to go with the Theban general Pelopidas, which has more personal meaning to me than it may to you. And there we go. So now we've created two warriors. We created the Iron Yankee, or at least the Iron Yankee Mark I. And we've created the Pelopidas here. Okay. There's his hair color, if he had hair, but we're going to keep him in the helmet so you won't see that hair ever. And, I'm looking around at different heads, maybe to give him some extra powers. Of course, giving him there's certain heads that aren't going to do us any good if we give him those heads. Like, the only thing I could really do here is give him Quicksilver's head. Now, that would add some facial hair, and that would be about it. So we're going to leave it like that. So you can see we still have an extra spot left in the first ring of created characters. And we also have all 5 of our other creative character slots open. So you see he can do swords, and he can do the spin around melee attack. All right, and so with that said, we'll get back into the action in the next episode. So I'll see you guys then.